everybody, it's Sage here, the Prosperous Goddess, and I wanted to make a live video for you guys today and invite everybody to come celebrate with me, because today is actually Lammas, which is a Celtic ancient celebration and festival of the harvest. And so it's a very, very special day for manifestation and gratitude. So I'm going to share a little bit about the history of the holiday. And today is actually midway between the spring equinox, the summer solstice, midway between the summer solstice and the fall equinox. So it's considered one of the cross-quarter days, with the quarter days of the year being the equinoxes and the solstices. And this is the day that's halfway in between solstice and equinox. And traditionally, today was also considered the beginning of the harvest season and even the beginning of fall. In our culture nowadays, a lot of us consider that fall begins on the fall equinox. But actually in previous days, many peoples worldwide considered that the equinoxes and the solstices were more the height of the season rather than the beginning of the season. And where you're living, whether you're in the northern or southern hemisphere, you might be noticing that there's a shift, right? And it's so wonderful to kind of tune in to the natural rhythms and use these natural rhythms as a prosperous goddess or God, because we are all divine, right? And kind of tapping into these natural energies and rhythms both within us and in the world around us. So let's talk a little bit about Lammas. It's also known as Lunasa, which is Lughnasadh, which is an ancient Celtic spelling, so it's pronounced a little differently than you would think from the letters. And that's named for the sun god Lu, L-U-G-H. And if we think about it, whether or not we think of the sun as a god, or if it's more of an archetype or a metaphor or an energy, really, the sun supports all of life on Earth, right? And we just got solar panels on our house. Woohoo! Isn't that exciting? So tapping into that free energy from Father Sun. So this is actually considered the time when the sun god is kind of moving away and is going to sleep or death or kind of departing after having given us these massive gifts. And of course the height was at the summer solstice, right? So now there's this kind of waning of the sun energy and a return to, more of that nighttime and going within. But it's also a time of harvest, and it's a time of the grain goddess. So the grain goddess is known in the Mother Earth goddess, really, who provides the harvest and the fruit of all of her labors, including this plum. Yay! You might have seen some of my pictures, if you're a Facebook friend, about how incredibly fruitful and prolific our plum tree is this year. We had a lot of rain last season, right? And literally our plum tree has produced 600 plums. So I am very grateful for this fruit from Mother Earth and Father Sun. So it's a time for gratitude. And you can, I'm going to share some practices that you might want to do today to raise your own energy and vibration in harmony and rhythm with this special day and the energy of the day. We also have a full moon coming up on Monday too, so we have the moon energy building as well, waxing as well. So traditionally, Lu, the sun god, sacrifices himself so that his people may live, because if you think about it, the energy of the sun goes into the food that we eat. So it's like the sun god energy, the fire from the sun, goes into the grain, and it was a lot focused on the wheat. I myself am gluten-free, so I don't even eat wheat. But you can think of it, metaphorically and energetically going into really any food, not only grains, right? So the sun energy goes into the food that we eat, which then goes into our bodies. So we're really bringing the energy of the sun in through our digestive system. It's like bringing the sun into our bellies and charging up our power centers and our life force. So here are some questions for you to ask yourself, and you can type and share. We'd love to see your comments. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Joe. And whoever else is here today, go ahead and give us a little emoticon or type something so I can see you're here. Thanks for joining us. So first question for you to ask yourself today is, what am I celebrating thus far in the year? What have I already been fruitful with? What have I already been able to produce and create and magnetize, or what's been created in my life around me? So I'd love to hear some of the things that you guys are thankful for, and what am I grateful for? What am I thankful for? What abundance is in my life? What is already ripe in my life, and what is ripening in my life? So let's share some of those together. And then, what am I manifesting? What's kind of coming into a completion? What am I looking forward to collecting the harvest from? One of an example for me is my spiritual music album that I've been working on and is now complete, and I'm in the finishing processes, the last stages of creating the album cover and then getting it fully available to people worldwide, thousands of people. It's an album called Songs of Light, and it's actually a chakra journey with chants and songs to enhance your energy of your life and your chakras. And it's not just like kind of like music with no words, though. It's chants and really uplifting, positive lyrics. Some of it's danceable, and some of it's great for ritual. So it's like really, really lively, positive, high vibration music. So I'm excited about that. That for me is something that's becoming, the fruit is almost ready. So, and then another cool thing you can do in addition to doing some journaling or sharing with us here today, or whenever you're watching this, you can participate too. We're co-creating, right? Of what you're manifesting, what you're grateful for, what's already ripe and fruitful in your life. You can also do fun things to celebrate Lammas and Lunasa today, and this beginning of the harvest season, this change of the energy, by doing things like baking. You can bake bread, or you can bake anything that you want to bake. I took about 80 or so of these beautiful plums, and I made a wonderful plum cobbler, gluten-free and healthy sugar. And if you live nearby, come on over and I'll give you a slice of plum cobbler. So I'm going to do more baking with these plums, right? That's kind of part of how I'm going to be celebrating. You can also really think about food in a more conscious and intentional way. Really feel into all of the energy of the earth and the air and the fire and the water that went into providing you with this corn or this flower or this plum or this apple. Whatever you're putting into your body, bring it in with consciousness. I've been known to kiss my fruit. Bring it in with love. And really feel that life force energy. Bring it in with Reiki. Bring it in with gratitude, with awareness into your body. So I like eating outdoors when the weather, is conducive. It's wonderful to eat socially with loved ones. Our neighborhood just had our annual block party potluck yesterday, and that was really fun. So we can eat socially in fellowship, and that's one way of eating joyously. And we might say grace or put blessings into the food, or our other way that we might like to do to put intention and awareness and energy into our food before, during, and after. It's actually a Jewish tradition and Orthodox Jewish to bless the food after you've put it into your body rather than before. It's kind of like, now it's in my body, now God, let this turn into energy that I may do your will and be, a force for love in this world, kind of thing. I'm massively paraphrasing. I don't have the Hebrew memorized, but I know the gist of it. So whether you bless your food before, during, after, it's just all about living consciously and in this high vibration of love and gratitude. So that's something you can do. You can bake tune into what is ripe in your own neighborhood. Maybe go to a farmer's market or go on a berry walk. You know, maybe in your neighborhood, or there's a park nearby, or some place where the blackberries are coming in here in our neighborhood. So, you know, taking that walk of awareness in nature and with the natural rhythm. Honoring the sun. That's another thing you can do now in honor of this. Just take some time to be outside in the sun. Feel the sun on your belly. Really bring that into your power center. Hi, Clarissa. Great to see you here. How are you doing? Fantastic. So we have those ideas, and also here's some more cool thoughts for you about Lammas. And you can work with some herbs that are associated with this holiday, including sage. Hi! The herbal form. So sage, as well as meadowsweet. And then, of course, corn and wheat are associated with it. And the colors are gold and yellow and orange, hence my orange yellow shirt. The god is the sun god, and the goddess is the grain mother, like Gaia, earth mother, any form of the earth mother, as well as Demeter and Ceres. And so if you like to work with these god and goddess archetypes or deities, you can do that. Or you can just tune into the concept of the sun and the earth, you know, and the green in your own way. A lot of times ancient peoples, and still Celtic people today, will have bonfires to celebrate the holiday. Flowers would include sunflowers and calendula. Calendula brings so much happiness and joy, and so maybe you treat yourself to buy yourself some fresh flowers. You deserve to have some beautiful fresh flowers in your home and on your property, in your land that you get to caretake of and be taken care of by your land. So these are some wonderful ideas I wanted to share with you today. I'd love to hear more about what you're grateful for and what's ripe in your life and what's manifesting, what your intentions are for what you're bringing forth. And I will personally put a blast of healing, angelic prayer, and Reiki on your manifestations and your gratitudes as you type in the comments there below. And please, if you haven't subscribed yet, to get notifications so that you get more notified. You know, you can actually get that reminder from Facebook the next time that we're going live. Go ahead and subscribe to notifications. And thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, and being part of the community. If you'd like to learn more about what I do, you can go to prosperousgoddess.com. prosperousgoddess.com. That's kind of my overall, you know, I call it the umbrella website, where it's got like everything: programs, readings, healings, our upcoming Reiki retreat, free gifts. If you go to that website, prosperousgoddess.com, on the top right, I believe, it says free resources, and we rotate that throughout the year with different free gifts. So it's great to check back there periodically and see what the great freebies are now. So you can check that out, prosperousgoddess.com. And let me know if you have any questions and insights. What stood out for you today? Did you learn something new about Lammas? It's kind of an under-known, under-celebrated holiday, in my opinion. And I love tuning into the spirit of nature and the natural rhythms. And to me, every day is a day to celebrate. There's always something to celebrate, right? So in the spirit of the sun god and this wonderful energy of life and love, and in the spirit of the earth mother and the grain goddess, I wish for you that you have a strong body, abundance, health, and peace, harmony, and love, and success in all that you do. Debbie, thank you so much. Debbie says, grateful for you and Mark. It's really opened me up to learning more about myself and to be more aware. Thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate that. Hey, Joe. So great to see you guys here. Thanks for being with me here today. What did you guys learn, or did you have any questions about the holiday, about how you can tap into this vibration? I'm going to have a couple bites of my plum while we're hanging out here. That's really good. I wish you could have a bite. You couldn't have a bite. You could have a bite of the fruit, the plums, all of the juiciness of the earth that's available to you in consciousness and gratitude, right? So blessed. How blessed are we? How lucky are we to be on this journey of life, you know, in this beautiful, beautiful world. Truly is. And yes, baking brownies does count, Debbie. Absolutely. You're putting love into those brownies, I'm sure, and I bet you make really kick-ass, amazing brownies. So yes, you know, celebrating life doesn't mean never eating brownies. I wouldn't want to live in that universe. You know, I believe chocolate has great restorative powers, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And there's healthy sugars too, right? You know, I don't do a lot of like white sugar because my body doesn't like it, but I do a lot of healthy sugars like xylitol and stevia, sometimes some honey or some coconut sugar. And believe it or not, there's ways you can make absolutely delicious desserts with those healthy sugars, and you might be okay with a certain amount of regular sugar too. So, you know, listening to your body and knowing kind of what is okay for you, right? That's totally the key. So please enjoy those brownies, and I'm putting blessings on those brownies with you. Absolutely. That sounds great. So guess what, guys? I am going to be doing a live every day for the rest of the month of August. Is that crazy? I made this commitment. I'm doing this challenge of Facebook Live for the whole month of August. So you're going to have a whole lot more of me and Mark, and I'm going to be sharing on this Prosperous Goddess page sometimes. And then sometimes on our Reiki group. We have the free Reiki Circle. I'll put the link to the Reiki Circle in the comments if anyone's interested in that. Being part of the Reiki community, energy healing, and you're not hooked up over there yet, you can find it in the comments. So, yahoo! I know! So I will see you tomorrow. We've got lots more great stuff coming up. And I'm sending you lots of love. Mwah! I love you. And have a fantastic celebration today, whatever you choose to do. Lots of love. Mwah! Thanks so much for being here.